Have you ever looked at your newborn and wondered what is going on in that tiny head? Well, get ready because I'm about to share some mind blowing science about how your baby sees the world and the exact activities that will boost their brain development. Stay until the end for a game changing tip that most parents overlook. Here's something wild. Newborn actually sees the world like you're watching an out of focus movie with the volume turned down. But don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly how to work with this to supercharge their development. Let's start with something you already have, your face. Did you know your baby can recognize faces before they can even distinguish basic shapes? Get up close and I'll show you a mind-blowing trick that works from day one. Get about 8 to 12 inches from your baby's face. That's their sweet spot for focus right now. With their blurry vision, babies can make out facial features perfectly at this distance. Try this little game. Slowly stick out your tongue and hold it for 3 or 4 seconds, and then pull it back in. Wait a moment and then repeat. Many babies will start copying this within minutes. But here's the genius part. This isn't a cute party trick. Every time your baby copies you, they're building neural pathways that will help them with everything from social skills to motor development. Yes, it's true. These teeny little things can make a big difference. Number 2 is what I call the stretch zone. This activity looks super simple, but it's literally building your baby's future math skills. I'll explain how. Lay down a clean, comfy blanket in a quiet space. And the secret here is what not to do. Don't surround them with toys just yet. Give them space to discover their own hands and feet. When your baby waves their arms or kicks their legs, they're literally mapping their body in their brain. Think of it like they're creating their own internal GPS system. This simple activity is building the foundation for everything from reaching for toys to taking their first step. Next is the language boost. You want to raise a genius? This next technique has been proven to increase IQ, and you can do it while folding laundry. This is where it gets really interesting. Your baby's language development starts way before their first word. Narrate everything. Mommy's folding the blue towel. Now we're going to go in the kitchen. Studies show that babies who hear more words in their first 3 months have significantly larger vocabularies by the age of 3. But here's the key, and most parents miss this. Pause after you speak. Give your baby 5 to 7 seconds to sort of respond with their own little coos and gurgles. This back and forth, even before they can talk, builds the foundation for conversation skills. Okay, coming up next is the magic week that transforms how your baby sees the world, plus the 60-second activity that can supercharge their brain development during this time. Next is the sign language secret. This is a game changer, baby sign language. Start with just 3 signs: milk, change, and sleep. And here's why it's brilliant. Your baby's hand muscles develop control months before their vocal cords. By consistently using these signs during routine activities, you're giving them tools to communicate basic needs way before they can speak. Many parents report their babies start using sign language themselves as early as 6 months. Week 5 is when things get exciting. Your baby's vision is developing rapidly and they become fascinated by contrast. Here's a super simple DIY. Draw bold black and white patterns on a piece of paper with black Sharpie. Zigzags, spirals, checkerboards. You don't have to go out and buy these things. Just draw them on paper yourself. My personal favorite hack, use a flashlight to create moving shadows on a light-colored wall. Watch how your baby tracks these patterns with their eyes. This activity is literally strengthening their eye muscles, building visual processing pathways in their brain. Around 6 weeks, get your camera ready. Your baby's first social smile is coming. But here's what many parents don't know. You can actually encourage this milestone. When you make exaggerated, happy expressions, use your sing-song baby voice, watch for that magical moment. The key is consistency. Your baby learns to associate your smiling face with positive feelings, and that builds crucial emotional development pathways. Now for my favorite, the music method. Your baby can distinguish between different types of music from birth. So try this. Play 3 different genres for 5 minutes each. Try classical, jazz, and some of whatever your favorite is. Watch your baby's reactions. Some will calm to classical music. Others might wiggle to the upbeat tunes. The real magic happens when you add gentle movement. A slow dance or gentle bounce in rhythm helps develop their vestibular system, which controls balance. Around 7 to 8 weeks, your baby's grasp reflex starts becoming more controlled. This simple toy swap will transform your baby's motor development. Start with lightweight rattles or teething rings. And here's the trick most people miss. Alternate between different textures and weights. A soft rattle one day, a smooth teething ring the next. Each new texture and weight creates a new neural connection in your baby's brain. Keep watching because I'm going to share with you one warning sign that tells you when to stop any activity. Miss this and you could end up with an overtired, cranky baby. By 8 weeks, your baby is becoming an expression expert. Try this game. Make a surprised face. Hold it for 3 seconds. Then switch to a big smile and hold it. Watch how your baby studies your face. You're not just playing, you're teaching emotional intelligence. Each expression you show is helping your baby build their emotional vocabulary. Now, I've saved the best for last. This everyday kitchen item will fascinate your baby. Make a sensory toolkit right out of things that you have in your home. A soft, silky scarf for gentle touches, a clean loofah for texture, and my secret weapon, a clean, fresh orange. Yes, an orange from your fridge. Remember, never leave these items with your baby unsupervised, but during playtime, these simple things can provide such rich sensory experiences that build cognitive connection. Before we wrap up, let's talk about something crucial, protecting your baby from overstimulation. Even the best activities can be too much if your baby isn't ready for them. Keep an eye on wake windows. Newborns can only be awake for about 60 minutes, and then you've got to give them the opportunity to sleep. As they grow older, by about 2 months old, then we're talking about time where they can spend maybe 90 minutes awake. Here are some key signs that your baby has had enough. They will turn their head away from you or from the activity. They'll simply turn their head, and that's their way of saying, no thank you, I'm done right now. Also, they may make jerky movements with their arms or legs. They're kind of trying to get out of their own skin. They could start to fuss or cry, which is obvious, but also something not so obvious, sneezing, hiccuping, or yawning. All of those are sort of involuntary ways that they show you they really are needing some downtime and they need an opportunity to go take a nap. Their skin tone may change colors. They may have some reddening around their eyebrows or a little bit of a reddening at the top of their ears. So I want to talk about wake windows a little bit again. This is how long your baby can comfortably stay awake between naps. So between 0 and 6 weeks, only 45 minutes to 60 minutes max. That includes the time it takes for you to feed them. So set a timer and make sure you're paying attention to those cues. You don't want to overdo it. A lot of times this happens around the 6 to 8 week mark because they're able to stay awake longer, 60 to 90 minutes, and they're so darn cute. And everyone's like, look, they're awake. We can play with them. They're so cute. So it can really get easy to just sort of keep them up past that wake window because they will engage for a little bit longer than they need to. And before you know it, it's been 2 hours, and that will build up through the day, and you'll have a very cranky baby at night. About the 2 to 3 month mark, so that's 8 to 12 weeks, that can stretch to 90 minutes and then up to 120 minutes. But again, really depends on your baby's sensitivities, whether they're a very sensitive baby or a little bit tougher. So you want to tune into their cues to know for sure. So a pro tip here, start your activity in the first half of their wake window, like right after they eat. That's when your baby will be most alert and best receptive to the playtime. End the activity a few minutes before you expect they need to start winding down for sleep. Remember, a well-rested baby is a baby ready to learn. It's better to end an activity early than to push through and deal with an overtired baby later in the day. All that sleep pressure begins to build up, and what you don't want is to have that 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. witching hour, where you just can't do anything to settle them down, and they don't know how to settle themselves down. Make sure you check out more videos on this playlist by clicking somewhere up here. And before you go, don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell, because I'm sharing a new video each week and I don't want you to miss out. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.